Thanksgiving, family, and Jim Carrey gives me a spiritual kick in the butt. Welcome to episode 5 of My $1 Million Life. So it's Saturday of the Thanksgiving holiday weekend. The holidays are officially started. Christmas decorations went up today. Big Thanksgiving dinner on Thursday. And we got one more day left of this long holiday weekend. I hope that you're having a great one. This weekend, running into it, was very, very interesting for me. I watched a documentary with Jim Carrey, and at the end of it, he had some, well, actually throughout it, but at the end of it, he had some really interesting points. And he was talking about how he had reached this pinnacle of his career, achieved all of his goals, and had anything or everything that anybody could ever want, and was completely unhappy. And this was the first point that really struck home with me, and I thought to myself, you know, that's what it's all about. We wake up every day. My $1 Million Life is based on waking up to create. It's about creating the life you want, family, love, work, goals, dreams, all that kind of stuff. But if you're not building your character, if you're not building on yourself, if you don't believe in yourself, if you don't love yourself, if you don't have perspective, a strong, positive perspective, it doesn't matter what you're going to achieve. You're not going to find more happiness there than when you started, unless you have that complete soul, or have done the work on yourself before you take that journey. And I found it so interesting. You know, here comes this gentleman who has, $20 million a movie, blockbuster hits, one after another, a huge career, and at the pinnacle of it, he's miserable. And he went from there to talk about how, we, for the most part, we come into this world and we have, a family name, say Jones, and then our parents give us another name. Well, we'll name him William, and William will be a brilliant individual, and he'll go to MIT, and he'll be this, and he'll be that. And there's all of these preconceptions and all these little modules, and we compartmentalize our lives, and we build these walls based off all of this fear and misconceptions and preconceptions, and that is what holds us static in our lives, is this veil, this scrim. And he talked about finding the slit in it and being able to go through and just be who you are. That's where he found his release, was to get over all those preconceptions of who he thought he needed to be, and just kind of be naked, spiritually and emotionally, to everybody else. This connected to me on the parenting side of things, because I thought, you know what, that's a really great point. I parent my kids, my wife parents our kids, I should say we parent our kids with the not to make them any one thing. We parent them to be strong individuals. We parent them to be compassionate and loving. We parent them to treat themselves with love and kindness and others. And we parent them to be passionate, to be assertive, to have a good work ethic, all of these things that will make them a great individual and allow them to take charge of their life when it's time. What we don't parent them to be is, you are going to school, you are going to be this, you are going to be that. We want to leave that, completely open. So this morning we had a great conversation with them. I said to my wife, you know what, let's have a sit down and say, what are you thankful for? So we kind of went around the table with the kids, and they told us what they were thankful for, and my wife and I got to share a thing or two, and then we went into a discussion about how we parent them, why we parent them the way that we do, and what we want for them out of their lives. And I thought it went really well. We get so tied up in our lives every day, schedules, activities. We work during the day, kids do activities at night, and the exchange and the busy schedules. The interaction is always there, but I'm not sure that there's always enough discussion, disclosure, and explanation of why we do the things we do and what we want for them. So we took this opportunity, Thanksgiving being a great time for it, to give thanks and also explain to them what we want out of their lives. So thank you, Jim Carrey, for sparking that in me. He didn't do it intentionally, but you find inspiration in all different places. Funny thing is that we went and saw the movie Coco today, And they touch on exactly the same thing. It's it's the respect for family members. It's staying connected. It's not about it's well, there's a little bit about cheating and lying and stealing and all that kind of stuff to get to the top. There's all sorts of these little messages in there that tied into what we had kind of gone through in our Thanksgiving weekend. So it was interesting how you find a message that you grab onto, and then there's all of these supporting elements that come into your life to continue to drive that home. So anyway, those are the a couple little tidbits that I've been going on through in the last 3-4 days. It's been a pretty cool weekend. With my $1 Million Life going on a regular basis, I'm analyzing things that come in a little more closely. I'm paying attention to how I'm feeling about things, the emotions that are coming in and out, how certain situations hit me, and more importantly, how the jewels and gems that kind of drop into my life given by other people. I think that there's a lot of life that's just serendipitous, where things show up when you need them, when you want to hear them, when you need to hear them. So hopefully you are all enjoying a wonderful weekend. I give thanks. One of the biggest things that I give thanks for is being in the place in my life where I can wake up every day and create a positive, loving, nurturing, passionate life. If you are not in that place, or you have fallen off the path, I wish you all the best. I wish you luck in finding that inspiration, that person, that situation that gets you onto that path, and working on your life in a beautiful and loving way that can get you going towards your $1 Million Life. I can't imagine getting up every day and not being passionate. I can't imagine getting up every day and being unhappy or undriven or surrounded by people who don't feed me. If that is you, God, I wish you all the best in finding somebody that you can grab onto, somebody who gives you that spiritual kick in the butt, that motivation kick in the butt that gets you onto that path, because that's really what I believe life is all about, is waking up every day to create that $1 Million Life. So enough rambling. I'm going to go enjoy the rest of my weekend. Hopefully you're enjoying yours, and we will see you next week for episode 6 of My $1 Million Life.